Alright guys, so I wanted to make this video. Question number 8 appears to be the one that won out on votes. So I hadn't set up my video recording as well yet, so you can't actually see me working the problem, but I'm going to narrate each step along the way. So the first step, as you can see at the very top, is just rewriting the equation. Then I said, okay, let's rewrite this with S's and C's instead of just sines and cosines. So that's how we got this next line right here. 2SC plus root 3S equals 0. And then I wrote over here to the right that S equals sine of X and C equals cosine of 6X, just so I could remind myself what each variable was. Then I said, okay, what can I do next? Well, I know that both terms, 2S plus C and root 3S, have an S in them. So let me factor out that S. That leaves me with 2C plus root 3, and that, of course, equals 0. Now I have a factor times a factor equals 0. So what do? Set each factor equal to 0. S equals 0, and 2C plus root 3 equals 0. Let me deal with the S equals 0 part first, then we'll go back to the other part. So S equals 0. S, of course, is just sine of X. So sine of X equals 0. Therefore, X could be 0 or pi, or 2 pi, of course. But since if we look back at the original problem, we want to go from negative infinity to infinity, we want to write 0 plus 2 pi k, or pi plus 2 pi k. Again, where did the 2 pi's come from? 2 pi is the period of this function. So here are the two answers from this piece. Now, I'm going to move over here to the cosine piece. So I know that 2c plus root 3 equals 0. Let me subtract root 3 on both sides. That gives me 2c equals negative root 3. Divide by 2 on both sides. So c equals negative root 3 over 2. Moving forward, remember c, if you go back to the top, is just cosine of 6x. So let me replace that over here. So cosine of 6x equals negative root 3 over 2. Let u equal 6x. As we discussed today in class, it's much easier to deal with u's as opposed to 6x. So cosine of u equals negative root 3 over 2. U is 5 pi over 6 and 7 pi over 6. Again, u has to be in quadrants 2 and 3 because that's the only place where cosine is negative. So then we said, okay, I really don't care about u, you really don't care about u, you only care about x's. So let's replace u with 6x. So 6x equals 5 pi over 6. Solving now for x, divide both sides by 6. X equals 5 pi over 36. The way I got 5 pi over 36 is I kept the top, so I keep 5 pi over 6, change division to multiplication, and flip this to 1 over 6. You'll get 5 pi over 36. I then follow the exact same step with 7 pi over 6. Set 7 pi over 6 equal to 6x, divide both sides by 6. X equals 7 pi over, I know there's a little bit of glare, 7 pi over 36. But, again, our equation goes from negative infinity to infinity, so I need to add the period in k. So what's the period? Well, we have our equation, period equals 2 pi over b, which is equal in our case to 2 pi divided by 6, because as we can see, b is 6. So 2 pi divided by b equals 2 pi over 6. Let's do a little bit of reduction. So the period is pi over 3. So as we now can write our equation, x equals 5 pi over 36 plus pi over 3k. And 7 pi over 36 plus pi over 3k. Of course, we can't forget to write that where k equals any integer. I hope this video was helpful in solving problem number 8 on the homework. Please feel free to consult it, and let me give you a panoramic shot of everything we have. And I look forward to seeing you in school, not on Tuesday, as we just received an email that there'll be no school tomorrow. I will look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday. Let me know if you have any questions. For that, that'll be it for today.